Hey everybody, Don here again. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're going to do something a little different rather than my typical kayak fishing, which I've been doing pretty much all summer. So, loading up the tractor, and we're headed out to the pond food plot area. Show you what's happening. Hang out. All right, well, here I am out to the food plot. The pond is right over here. Now, you guys that have been following me for a while, you've seen the pond before. And if you live in New England, or specifically in New Hampshire, you know we are going through a really bad drought. It was considered severe, but last week they changed it to extreme. And man, it has been extreme. Now my pond, which has normally been right up near the top where it's supposed to be, had never been as low as it was or is. And so I was talking to my buddy, and he's got this crazy excavator. It's called a Menzi Muck. And I said, man, you know, he dug half of this pond. And I said, we're so low, it would probably be a great time to come in and dig that pond deeper, clean out some of the cattails that are starting to overtake it. And he said, yeah, let's do it. I went fishing the other day, and when I came home, I heard heavy equipment up the hill, and he was already up here doing it. So let me show you where we're at. Well, before I do that, let me show you some video clips from when he was actually in the pond digging it out, right here. So my pond is so dried up from this drought. Those 3 or 4 rocks over there, I used to call those my drought rocks. When they were exposed, I knew the water was low. The water has always been up to these rocks right here, but we have had no rain in so long. Now, I was talking to my neighbor Bret, said, hey, it's as low as it's ever been. Maybe we can dig it a little deeper. So that's what he's doing. He's over here with the Menzi. In the original pond, and just cleaning out all those cattails, and I'm gonna make it about a foot or so deeper. Yeah, man, I mean, I just can't even believe how shallow this pond is. Crazy. Worst drought we've had in ever. But we're gonna dig this out, make it deeper over there, and build up that wall on that side over there. And hopefully we get some rain, this thing will fill back up. So here we are at the original pond. It looks really nasty now because it's just all mucked up. But when we get rain, or maybe it'll take until spring, this thing is gonna be awesome. Way deeper than it originally was. If maybe only 1.5 or 2 feet but if we get filled up, it's going to be awesome. I wouldn't believe all the frogs and crawdads. I mean, right here in front of me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 frogs right there on the mud. Over there, me and Bret were chatting, and we saw at least a half a dozen, maybe more, crawdads up on the bank. So there's still a lot of life in here. Can't wait for it to settle in and then fill back up. Now it's just a matter of getting the machine back out. What an awesome machine. All right, so here is the shooting house, and here's the food plot, and it runs back up that way as well. And here's the pond. And in years past, out there in the peninsula, right out there, I put a rubbing tree, and I'm going to redo that. But let me show you the pond. This is crazy. It has come up so much just from him digging it deeper. It's pretty amazing. It's actually up to the rocks. And in the video you just saw, you could see that before this was just a mere puddle. So what Bret did was he came into the original pond over there. He dug that down maybe, 1.5 to 2 feet, and put everything that he was pulling out, which was mostly clay, on that far bank. But just from him getting in here and digging this thing out, it has gained a ton of water. Now, we did have rain the other day for the first time in 2 months, and I think we actually got close to 2 inches. So some of that could be a result of that, but we need rain so bad. Let me walk you around, because what I'm going to do today is I'm going to clean out this whole side. I'm going to cut all this brush and stuff out of here. I'm going to take these trees that are growing up here on the peninsula out, and just get it cleaned up again so you can, see the pond. This is all going to get cut out. So this is the original pond that Noel dug for me. God, it was 20 years ago, and it's still pretty low. But when it comes up, I think it'll be halfway up that bank, and yeah, it'll be nice to get water in this thing again. Now you can see how muddy that is because he was just in here a few days ago. It's going to take some time for it to settle, but by spring we should be rocking. Now there is a natural spring that has over the years come in up at this end, and I'm hoping some water is starting to flow right through there. You can't see anything, but I'm hoping we're going to get some water flowing in here again. I'm also going to try to clear all of this stuff out. There's one of my tree stands right up there, and this is the best area. That's the best tree stand that I have, because the deer come in from over there and they come in from over there, and it gives me a good 20 to 30 yard shot max. So let's get to work, and I'll show you how it progresses. Chain needs sharpening. Whew. All right, well, I got a lot done. As you can see, I got from that corner all the way around half of the peninsula, and then I went over there where the deer can get down to the pond for water, and came out pretty good. I thought about doing the whole thing, and then I got to thinking about it, and I said, you know, if I leave some, when they come down to the water, they'll feel like they've got a little cover. Maybe give them a little bit of a secure feeling. So I don't know. I'm really happy to see that after I mowed this food plot, there's a lot more clover in here than I thought. And so I've got a camera back here. I got to put a fresh card in it. And we'll see what happens over the next month. Hopefully we'll get some deer activity in here. I can't wait for this pond to fill up. That's going to be really nice. Hey, thanks for coming along. See you next time. Peace.